Arena, which will be packed and raucous for Game 2 of this East. This is the first Game 2 of the second round. Of course,
at center at 6'11" from UConn, number 1.
At both ends of the floor as they've won their last 4 games. But it does take a little bit of a different take without Joel Embiid. Home during the playoffs are 3-1. The Sixers had 2 victories on the road in the first round. Towns kicks it out. Josh Hart, guarded by Paul George. Shot clock winding down. Hart steps back, three-pointer off the great outlet. Paul George goes inside, passes to Oubre, and the Sixers get on the...
There, you take it off the glass, get an outlet. Both of these guards can catch the ball advancing up near half court, get numbers in the open floor.
Drummond extends out on Karl-Anthony Towns. Nice pass. And Bridges' playmaking and passing has been incredible.
And that's why we talked about it in the open. Right there, that's an easy shot for Mikal Bridges. After you get a layup, after you get an easy bucket, those three-point shots, those middies start to become so much smoother.
Paul George, more of the offensive responsibility, knocks that shot down.
The basketball of this season, the role that he's been on, and in the half court, like you just saw, that is the guy they'll go to for more isolation situations.
Maxey guarding Bridges. Brunson guarded by Edgecombe, the rookie. Brunson gets inside, kicks it out. Anunoby, corner 3. It's good. He is shooting an incredible 59% from 3 in the playoffs. George guarded by Anunoby, fires away. Paul George to his knee.
That is, but also Karl-Anthony Towns has to get to the level. He's got to be able to get up and give that defender another half second, because there's going to be a lot of guys attacking him in pick and roll on Philly.
And running the offense through Towns, and he draws a 123rd playoff game. He has seen it all in his postseason throughout his career.
And early on, you see Andre Drummond very active, almost overly active with his hands on Karl-Anthony Towns. He picks up that.
Like most of the Sixers did not have his best game in Game 1. Maxey throws it in the backcourt, and a foul's going to be called. No, backcourt violation. And were very important in that Game 1. Philadelphia, and it's one of their strengths during the regular season. They had 19 turnovers in Game 1. Brunson drives, Edgecombe, good physical defense there. Towns fakes, now drives, Towns to the rim. Fouled hard by Oubre, goes down. Postseason, 58% from the field, 48 from 3. And he's hit 38 of his 41 free throws.
Opportunities to shoot have come down a little bit from the regular season, but his inclusion in the offense is what we've been talking about. That's
so Drummond and Towns, some old-fashioned big men battling down low. Towns comes out, Drummond right with him. Good ball denial from the Sixers. Towns goes inside, goes right at Drummond, lays it up and in.
Pass. Everyone's staying at home. That split screen, everyone's so worried about that outside offense, it leaves Karl-Anthony Towns with a one-on-one situation.
Offensive foul. Line dribble drive on Drummond. I think he's picking him up too far outside. That's a foot race to the rim. Andre Drummond's not going to beat Karl-Anthony Towns to the spot if he wants to drive.
Drummond, an elite rebounder, one of the best. Another pass, corner 3 hard. That shot won't go. And good boxing out.
Where you have to pressure him, Legs. He's been passing the ball so well. If you just let him go up there, he's going to tee off on you.
Maxey telling before the game he knows he has to be super aggressive, not necessarily for shots, but just in attack mode. Turnover, Sixers. Hart drives, Anunoby, corner 3, puts it up. Now, Edgecombe looks to run. This is what the Sixers want. They want to play fast, increase the pace. Paul George, meanwhile, the start.
Man, is he in rhythm. I mean, he caught that basketball, and OG Anunoby was right in his space, and he had no hesitation whatsoever because he's already seen 2 go in before that.
Bridges tries a way off. We talked about Anunoby's three-point shooting. George is shooting 56 from 3 so far, knocks down another. Brunson uses a Towns screen. Towns comes in, tries to get the rebound. Maxey takes it away. Maxey, the crossover, goes to the rim. Reverse layup, banks it for the Sixers.
That's beautiful right there. He knew that Towns was trailing the play. No shot blocker back. Maxey put on the Jets.
Quick outlet. Knicks say they want to play fast as well, even with Embiid out of the lineup. Towns runs on Drummond. Goes inside, flips it up, shot's good.
I love that by Karl Anthony Towns. If he's going to pressure you, now your offensive game opens up. Drive the big, show that 7-foot skill you have.
Another turnover. That's 4 already for Philadelphia. Brunson extra pass on Anunoby with the flush. Both teams really looking to push the pace.
And Sixers had 19 of those in the first game, led to 25 points. Critical in this building that you take care of the basket.
Rebound and runs. Finds Bridges. Bridges goes inside the rim, banks it home.
You're trying to slow yourself down.
Edgecombe to Oubre. Maxey. Edgecombe goes at Karl Anthony Towns, floats it up and in.
It's ridiculous. That difficulty on that shot, I don't know if you can even appreciate what he just did in the arc he put on that to get it over the shot blocker.
And in favor of Philly, you rarely see where there's such a huge disparity free throw, yet you're blown out by what happened to the Sixers in game 1.
Well, just
Towns takes the full 10 seconds at the free throw line. Bona's now in the game. And Dem Bona, who started the first 3 games of these playoffs, Embiid returned from the appendectomy. Again, Embiid is out, and it's because of ankle and hip injuries. One that suffered in game 1. The hip kind of started in the Celtics series. Paul George, that time comes up short. Anunoby behind Anunoby. Nice catch. Gathers inside. Banks it home. 1. Bridges comes out on Edgecombe. Bridges fights over the screen. Edgecombe stripped down low by Bridges. Knocked out of bounds. Years playing for the Knicks. Hart gets up on George. Maxey drives on McBride. Pulls up jumper. Shot no good. Rebound Bona to Grimes. There's Paul George. Hart played him well. George fires away. Comes up short. Both teams shooting well to start from the field. Brunson drives. Can't. Paul George very aggressive offensively. Goes inside. Kicks it out in the corner. Grimes off the bounce to the rim. Short but passive offensive player. Attacked that closeout. Took it hard to the rim. Was going to guarantee he got some. Grimes had that great game against the Celtics in game 5 with Philadelphia.
And I'm really curious to see how Karl Anthony Towns being out. Again, we talked about him being a hub as a passer, but also a scorer. He's got 7 points and two assists already early in the first.
Brunson drives, looking for some contact. Edgecombe to say, but the Sixers wisely inbound quickly. Edgecombe's done an excellent job early on Jalen Brunson. Oubre. He's been struggling from 3, but nailed.
Brunson. They put 2 on him, and now pass, open shot for Kelly Oubre.
He was just 5 of 27 from 3 so far in the playoffs. Shot a career high during the regular season. Hart gets it, finds Clarkson. Clarkson goes inside, the floater's up. In New York, he's kind of changed his game. He's become a pesky defender, a good rebounder. Knocks down the free. Clarkson misses the second. And a lane violation. Again, those on the lane have to wait till the ball hits something. There you go. And Clark on the release, excuse me. Those on the lane can go in on the release. The shooter has to wait till it hits something. So you don't really see it called very often. Grimes on the drive, kicks it out. Oubre, another corner 3.
It's all set up by the speed of Grimes. He came off that dribble handoff, turned the corner, put so much pressure on that back line, and a perfect delivery to the opposite corner.
McBride back out, knocked away by Edgecombe. Edgecombe playing some terrific physical defense. Shot clock at 5. Tried to jam it in there. 5 points in 31 minutes in game 1, only 1 turnover. He was quick to say after the game, it's only.
But if you've been in this playoff journey before, you understand that every game is a throwaway game. There's only one must-win game, and that.
Did you overreact?
No, I did not. I just call the games now. I don't overreact anymore.
You seem pretty calm, cool, and collected after that first game loss for Philly.
For Philly, yeah.
Grimes drives on McBride, pulls back, elbow jumper. Shot no good. Clarkson. Sixers by 3, just over 2.5 remaining here in the first. Brunson shakes and bakes. Nice defense from Oubre. Maxey picks it up. Back to Edgecombe. Edgecombe inside. Shot no good, but a foul. 20 years old. What about this kid that you guys love so much?
To me, I just think he stands the game and he has so much more room to grow.
He's got such poise, and I just like the fact that he's an all takes this end of the floor very seriously. He's a very good rebounder for his position as well.
Gives the Sixers a 4-point lead. Good ball denial. Edgecombe making Brunson really work. Huckporty hands back to McBride. Paul George in pursuit. McBride shot blocked. George knocked.
And not just fight around it and trail McBride into the lane. He was able to get back on his hip to make that block.
Brunson to Huckporty, and an aerial Huckporty on the inbounds play that. Clarkson trying to poke away from Grimes. Bona puts it on the floor, drives on Huckporty, stops, can't get to the fall.
Protect out for the three-point line. If he protects in, that pass is not available.
Bona hits the first. By the way, we won it when Nick was a kid. Nick says his brother Steve could fix anything. He was a very religious man. He left the team to go back to services and then returned last night. As Brunson fires away and knocks down the three. George inside, Bona. Bona's got Clarkson on him, falls down. Oubre corner of the Grimes. Grimes drives hard. Brunson said, hey, I didn't mean anything intentional there. And Brunson said, all good.
That's a mistake, too. You don't do that. You don't do that. Young fella, that's part of the game.
Legs, you agree with that?
I do agree with it.
There we go, Legs.
RJ dropped his bag on my foot in the green room. He did the truest thing you've said so far. You don't care.
So I'm working with two guys who could care less about sportsmanship.
Yes, in the playoffs,
That about sums it up, Mike.
In the playoffs, yes.
Edgecombe gets inside, and a foul on Huckporty.
Happens because he turned in midair. Like he jumped straight up, and then he turned his body. That maybe
picking the draft out of Baylor, plays with a great spirit, plays so hard, knocks down the.
When he played for the national team, and he said that VJ, he just gave him the ball and just watched this young man work. That was part of the reason why the Bahamas had such a great national program.
Brunson gets to the basket, block. Here comes Maxey the other way. And Dem Bona with a sensational defensive play. Maxey gets inside, that won't go. Maxey will shoot. Don't miss a playoff moment.
Definitely are going to have to get a body on Bona on the offensive glass. That's going to be Sohan's biggest challenge here, trying to keep.
Maxey hits both free throws. Maxey's now hit 34 consecutive free throws in these playoffs. He missed his first of the playoffs. Hasn't missed since. Brunson jumper. Got it. Second. A very eventful first quarter here of game 2. And Anunoby now on Maxey. Brunson picks up on the switch. Anunoby trying to help. Edgecombe kicks it out in the corner. Grimes fires away and hits a three.
Earned him twice now when they've run a second defender in the middle of the floor that far out. Very difficult rotations out of that to get the shooters.
Anunoby passed on a three, pulls up in the paint, shot off the mark. McBride are out there. Very small lineup for the Knicks. Sixers not that much bigger. Bona the tallest guy on the floor. Maxey draws another foul. Throw line. During the regular season was 89%. Took over 400 free throws during the regular season. He had one of them in the 2024 first round matchup. Sixers are facing elimination. He threw up 46 points. They wound up losing in 6 games. Alvarado blocked by Dem Bona. Maxey drives on McBride, who's got 2 fouls already. Pass inside, Bona not expecting. Now has a poker.
We love Bona's effort and energy. 2 blocks already, but one thing he's not going to be doing is dribbling the ball in traffic.
Bridges gets inside. And Anunoby, three-pointer, in and out. Oop. Maxey on the attack. Goes inside, trying to draw some contact. Not that time. Bona takes the rebound away. Round pick out of UCLA. He was a defensive player of the year in the Pac-12 as a sophomore. Born and raised in Nigeria. Without family to pursue a basketball career. He's obviously worked out. And an excellent game in game 3 now. And playing some huge minutes and playing well.
Well, and if you're Karl Anthony Towns, you have to understand, no Mitchell Robinson. You have to protect these fouls. These are so important because when the Knicks have to play small as Bridges, when they play small, they have Drummond, they have Bona, they have two great rebounding energy bigs.
Maxey, he's got 11 points. They're 7 of 10 from three-point range. Alvarado finds Anunoby, cuts to the basket, layup, banks it home. But it's the Sixers with a 4-point lead, almost 2.5 gone by here in the second. George, Bona, poked away from Alvarado, grinds right there to get it, blocked by Anunoby. Stolen, back to the hands, Alvarado with three, it's good.
Recovery by Anunoby to meet that at the rim and allowed the run out and space in the open floor for Alvarado.
Maxey falling away, it's up, it's good. It's a Mackett quarter, and the Sixers back up by 3.
When a small guard adds post up to his game, it is just so difficult because now he has the ability to slow the game down and read the floor.
Offensive foul on Hart. Oubre did a fabulous.
Legs, just say it.
Play on, it's the playoffs.
Okay, fair.
Edgecombe, Maxey, George, Bona, and Oubre. Alvarado trying to stop Maxey, steps back inside the arc. That shot is from the field. 15 points, 11 here in the second.
You think Kyrie Irving, you think Gary Payton, you think Sam Cassell. When a smaller guard develops that post game, that mid-range game where you can back down a player, it is so difficult to guard.
Bridges left open, and Bridges continues his great shooting. Prior to that, he's 4 for 5 here in game 2.
And got 2 of them there. He loves that shot going to his left for that little lean back 15-8.
Another offensive rebound. Edgecombe drives, gets inside, throws it up, and Bona with the flush. It's down, Huck-Porty comes back in.
Right now, Maxey's loose, and he feels it, and he is going to be aggressively hunting the basketball right here. See what the Knicks do if they want to run a second guy at him right now, because he likes this matchup with Alvarado.
Backs in, and again, falling away. Shot no good, but a foul.
Run away from him. We couldn't really tell. Was there, did he get a little bit of his wrist
You don't
on the
agree
release?
with that call?
I don't know that I love that one.
Okay, we're counting 2.
I feel like Alvarado.
6 in a row.
Do you think it's because you mentioned something, Mike?
I don't think it had any impact whatsoever. Comes right back. Sixers up 4. Jalen Brunson back in. The Sixer defense night and day from game 1. Clarkson kicks it out, but Josh Hart can't hit the 3. Clarkson the offensive rebound, throws it back up top. Brunson fakes and drives. Now the floater. Missed it. Huck-Porty has it. Back up. Blocked by Drummond. Cody got hit. Here comes George the other way. George the crossover. Inside. Oubre. And Huck-Porty bound for Jordan Clarkson. That was the first offensive rebound of the game for the Knicks.
And they're #1 amongst playoff teams in second chance points. Major part of what they've been doing in the postseason, but Philadelphia's done a nice job containing that.
Brunson passing turnover, number 5 for the Knicks. Maxey launches three-pointer. Drummond tips it in with a left hand. Back to a 6-point lead for Philly. Hart spins into a double team. Huck-Porty couldn't finish. Clarkson with a save. And Bridges has it back to Clarkson. His floater is good. There's a frantic quality to this game. Maxey goes inside, layup is good. A show here in the second quarter.
He does not need a lot of room. If he sees any driving angle, he's at the rim. And Clark.
Remember the 2 Knicks championship teams. Knicks and their fans desperate to get back to the finals. First time since 1973. Maxey misses. Huck-Porty did a good job poking that away. Clarkson gets inside, save. Maxey doing everything here in the second. Inside pass, Oubre for the slam. Maxey.
They couldn't contain the basketball. He splits 2, puts him in his rearview mirror. Now you're basically playing 5-on-3. Difficult decisions to be made in the paint. Beautiful cut that time by Oubre.
Brunson, hesitation, gets inside, stops, and floats it up and in. Brunson now. Maxey whips a pass, deflected by Hart and stolen. Hart in the front court, finds Clarkson. Clarkson a 3. And Drummond the rebound.
6 minutes, 6 fouls.
So
That's
Drummond.
filling it up. For legs, that's filling up the stat sheet.
Drummond knocks down the free throw. 6 bank shot, can't get it. Gets his own rebound. Strip shot and had it. And the Knicks come away. Anunoby picked it up. Brunson finds Anunoby, finds some space and throws it down. Maxey throws up a wild shot. Here comes Josh Hart. Hart down the middle, alley up to Bridges.
Seen out of the Knicks, you're starting to see a little bit of desperation here with their activity level. It has sped on that Philly hit them with a little bit without Karl-Anthony Towns. He's barely had an impact in this half, and yet you look up here, under 4 minutes to go, all tied up.
It was an offensive storm. It's Hurricane Maxey. That's the key. As Hart reaches in, shot is good with the technical.
Well, I mean, Hart was just overly aggressive with his reach-in right there. Paul George,
18 points. This is that. Hart grabs the rebound. Brunson steps up, three-pointer. Can't get it to fall. Grimes again. Under 3 to play here in the second. Maxey off the bounce, pulls back. Kind of got it stuck on his hip. Grimes struggling a little bit. Oubre launches his three-pointer. Josh Hart grabs another rebound. Second quarter, 10 for Philadelphia. Knicks have not been to the line. And again, the Sixers in attack mode, drawing a lot of the contact. Shamet to Hart. Anunoby pulls up, two-pointer. That won't go. Bridges trying to grab it.
5 wing players. Sixers cleaning up their defensive glass.
Oubre against Shamet. Well defended that time. Bona has the rebound. Nearly taken away. Holds on. Finds Maxey. Maxey pulls back again. Stolen by Brunson. One man to beat. It's Grimes. Sidestep layup. Sixers offense has been strong except for the turnovers. 9 of them. Anunoby pokes it away. Shot clock at 6. Grimes steps back. That's way off the mark. Bona try right to Bridges. Ahead to Hart. Finds Anunoby as the trailer. Layup. Banks it.
To an outlet pass. It allows the Knicks to get out and run.
Coming up on a minute remaining. Maxey against Hart. Spins. Foul on jumper. Short. Almost the entire first half. Brunson draws the foul. Shot won't go. Brunson finds Josh Hart. Edgecombe has done a good job on his ball denial. Hart drives, goes inside, and banks it home.
Chest hung in the air, got his first field goal, and now I think Philadelphia would like to go 2 for 1 here to make sure they get the last shot of the half.
It's the largest lead of the first half for the Knicks. George misses. Bona keeps it alive. Edgecombe gets inside and banks it in.
Hard, but he's got the athleticism. When he's flying, he looks like he's about 6'8" out there.
About a 3.5-second difference. Shot clock, game clock. Brunson against the rookie. Spins, layup, comes up short. He thought he was cooked. Shot clock turned off. No fouls to give. Edgecombe fires away. Puts it in. BJS. This is the first free throw of the second quarter for the Knicks. And Brunson misses that. Sixers got a delay of game penalty warning.
But typically you'll see a guy maybe try to face guard box out. He wasn't even doing that. I think he knew Bona wasn't going to stop.
3.9 remaining. No fouls to give. Edgecombe fires away, puts up the three. Off the mark. Day to day. Sixers had that great response in the first round after getting blasted by the Celtics as George misses that. Drummond puts
the pace, but Mike Brown said he was good with the pace. He said he wanted his Knicks team to get out more on transition, though. What he was not good with was the free throw. Just I don't really know what to do about it. He's hoping to get the offense back on track, though, with Cat back on the floor. But again, he wasn't happy with the fouls that got Cat taken off the floor in the first place.
All right, Lisa. Well, Towns with an excellent pass on the first possession. And an offensive foul called on Edgecombe. That's going to be his.
That's the difference between fluidity in their offense and their offense kind of being stale.
Again, Drummond getting the start. Bona played a lot of minutes. 13 in that first half. Pass inside, deflected.
To get rewarded, you've already seen 3 different cuts from the weak side down the lane when he had the basketball.
Brunson against Edgecombe. Pulls up, jump shot, well short. Brunson did have 16 points in the first half, but Edgecombe is really making him work. Oubre, Edgecombe, the rookie from the corner, rattles in the three.
Man, he's so patient. He caught that basketball pretty tight window in that corner, but he did not speed up his rhythm on his release.
Bridges gets the pass. Difficult shot. Tried to bank it. Wouldn't get it. And one of the great rebounders of his era. Throws a wild pass. Edgecombe out to George. Josh Hart trying to poke it away. Brunson spins against the rookie. Picks it out Hart. Hart tries a spin move. Nearly lost his balance. Towns is going to try a three-pointer. That's good. That's his first three. Drummond comes up to set the screen. Oubre drives on Brunson, gets inside, layup, no good, but a tip. Or they call Oubre with the tip in. Those Sixers back up by one. Bridges, corner three. Both teams have been looking to run. This time, though, Edgecombe takes his time. Maxey drives on Brunson, goes inside, bank shot's good.
Ball screen to bring extra traffic or potentially get the ball out of his hands. He does not need a lot of space down there.
Both Brunson against Philly and Maxey against New York. They've had some of their great games in this rivalry. Shot won't go. Bridges picks it up and follows it up with a jumper. Bridges with 14 points. He's 7 of 10 from the field. Paul George in rhythm fires away. And George with his
To him is not good enough. When I had to guard Paul George, you got to understand it is body to body to prevent a three-point shot.
counted out of foul. You see the Towns impact already as he rattles in that free throw. 15 points for Towns. Drummond picked up his third foul.
Been the case.
And Anunoby trying to fight over a screen. George kicks it out in the corner. Oubre thought about a three. Now makes his stride, lays it up and in. A long stride from Oubre. Oubre, by the way, with 12 points. Sixers shooting 52% from the field. Towns gets inside, off balance again.
Oh, Boosie.
Drummond seems to be enjoying the incident. Towns, meanwhile, now 5 of 6 with the broom. Towns now 16 points, 3 assists, bunch of blocks, 7 rebounds. He also had 3 fouls, though. Maxey hands off Paul George, up top Edgecombe. 5 on the 24. Edgecombe dancing, pull up, jump shot. That's good. This kid is so
Way spin on his shot. It's not the normal rotation.
Yeah, you can see the seams on it pretty easily when he lets it go. It doesn't have that, traditional, really tight backspin for a shooter, but he obviously is comfortable with that release because he is a threat.
Towns draws the foul. Bonus stays in with the 4 fouls. Towns going right at him, spins, bank shot, it's good. Kicking ability of Karl Anthony Towns. He's got 19-10 already here in the third. Back to a 1-point game.
You've got both bigs now with Philly. 4 fouls. It's going to be a problem if they have to go small with Towns on the floor.
Paul, three-pointer, his 5th. He's 5 of 10 from long distance. He's been shooting red hot from downtown throughout the playoffs. Towns, bullet pass inside. Beautiful look.
All kinds of down screens that have to be communicated on switches. Philadelphia did a poor job of it right there.
Double team on Maxey. He throws it away. Anunoby deflects it, and a loose ball foul's going to go against Paul.
Same thing that Maxey talked about before the game that Joel Embiid did with him. That's how you keep a rookie's energy and excitement up.
Brunson goes at home. He wanted a foul. And we're tied at 79. 18 points for Brunson. Just past the midway point here in the third. Paul George having a big game. Pulls back. Contested shot way off. Karl Anthony Towns looking for someone to throw a pass to. Now puts it on the floor. Gets past Bono. Goes inside. Stumbles. Kicks it out. Hart passes up the 3. Throws it up top to Brunson. Shot clock at 3. Brunson fires away. Three-pointer. It's in it. George gets double teamed. Anunoby with the help. Pass inside to Grimes. Throws it back up top to Oubre. And Oubre can't get it. Hart reaves it up. Shots here as Hart pulls into the front court. Falls down. Towns fakes. Towns drives inside. Shot no good, but a foul.
One hand, you have to get up to him. That's where they become a problem. You pressure him, he has the ability to drive that big.
But you can get up on him while also understanding you can have some weight back.
Is that easy, Lex?
Listen, I know this. He's beating him.
Bona has. That's not the first time you've been yelled at in your life.
No.
Bona picks up his 5th foul in 16 minutes. Drummond's on the bench with 4 fouls. Now they make Barlow check 63 minutes during the playoffs, but he had a very good regular season. One of the surprises for the team is Grimes throws it back up top. 1 point Knick lead. Barlow gets it, fakes, finds Oubre. Oubre sneaks inside, missed the.
So save your reviews, and even coaches have to look at the reviews that referees have changed. That call, that was called in a Game 7. That's going to be called here.
Shamet Oubre in his 3rd year with the Sixers. He's played for 5 different teams. He's a really good defender. I remember when he played with Washington, Scott Brooks said he could be an elite defender back in the day. Sixers 16 of 22. Time now to check it. Anunoby, all defensive team this year. Grimes gets inside, keeps that dribble, throws it back up top. Maxey and Bridges one-on-one. Maxey pulls back, shot clock winding down, poked away by a pass. Now he has Barlow on him. And we'll reset as we're under 4 minutes to go here in the 3rd. Brunson doubled. Shamet, extra pass, goes inside the Hart, and a travel. First turnover of the 3rd quarter for the Knicks. And an offensive foul. Plays hard. Some big minutes here in game 2. Brunson fakes, finds Anunoby. Anunoby drives inside. Stops, pulls up, tries it off the glass and banks it home.
Big and too strong right there. You know, he gets the pump fake, get by the first defender. That's a great jump stop. Understood he had a size advantage. He could just go up and shoot a soft shot off the glass.
Grimes again, goes baseline. Barlow picks it up and throws it down. The bench players comes on. He seems to be in the right place, right time because of how hard he plays. And Anunoby back to Brunson. Brunson drives on Barlow, gets inside, bank shot. Grimes off the bounce, stripped by Hart. Maxey in the corner, Barlow right back to Maxey. Stumbled a little bit, double team. Barlow gets it back. Shot clock winding down. Extra pass, open. Edgecombe 3. It's good.
He drew 2 to the left corner, which meant you had numbers if you could get it to the weak side.
Edgecombe 3 of 4 from 3. He's got 17 points. Brunson again on Barlow. Well defended. Anunoby bumped. And a foul. Reason you fall in love with the game for your team as well. And you look around MSG, you see this is in great hands. The NBA in great hands with these 2 players.
No, I couldn't agree more. And with Brunson, but that's what makes rivalries great. When you have great players going against each other consistently at a high level.
Off the turnover, Hart to Bridges. Bridges, Brunson, corner 3, it's up. Won't go, rebound Anunoby. Back up short, Anunoby another rebound, back to Brunson. Brunson finds Anunoby, tries the 3-pointer, it's good. OG
Tonight, but that's one of those examples. You get 3 attempts at that on the same possession. They're eventually going to cash in.
On the drive, Grimes, Barlow on the finish. Once again, both teams playing with small ball out there here in game 2. McBride drives on Barlow. Boy, Barlow's doing a nice job. Bounce pass, Bridges, bang shot.
2-for-1 opportunity.
Grimes gets inside. Don't see him on the bench right now.
Order, just 4 free throw attempts to this point.
Brunson double team, fires a pass, McBride. Shamet back to McBride. And a Shamet's guarding Edgecombe. And Bridges has to try and slow down Maxey. Maxey using the screen. Maxey gets in the paint. The floater's up. Shot short. Rebound Bridges. Launches.
He's going to try to put his team on his back in the fourth. What do you have to do defensively against him?
Just make it difficult for him. You know, he's a great player, but make it difficult for him. Make him just make extra decisions and just contest the shot.
Good luck, OG. Mike.
All right, Lisa. Paul George's been a great player for a long time when he's healthy, as he puts up the jumper. That Towns is in. Towns has only played 16 minutes. He's got 20 points, but he's been in foul trouble. Towns looks, tries to get inside to McBride. McBride fires up a three, in and out.
That's got to frustrate Mike Brown. You come out of the third quarter break with a design set on the first possession. They turn it over. Possession number 2, a forced three at the end of the clock.
Edgecombe, Barlow. Nice move, Barlow having an impact in the second half. Gardner's grown a little quiet. You see Hart back on the floor. He thought he was fouled. Ball kicked. Going to be last touch by Alvarado. Gov there.
Poor execution right now for the Knicks here to start this quarter. One quality shot, a couple of turnovers.
Maxey, Edgecombe, Barlow, back out Grimes. The extra pass. George gets a clean look for three. Not that time. And Maxey has it. New 14 on the shot clock. Maxey falling away. Can't get it. Towns the rebound. Hit to Alvarado. Dangerous pass. Couldn't hold on.
Start to wonder how much fatigue could be at play here. Extra minutes for extra guys. There's a higher usage rate for a lot of the Philly players without Joel Embiid.
Maxey misses the three. 3-point lead for the Sixers. Just over 2 minutes gone by in the fourth. McBride tries again. This one goes down for Deuce McBride. Maxey calls out a play. Brunson and Anunoby set to check in. Hart bellies up to George. George puts it on the floor. Has the height advantage here. Hart sticks with him. Makes him take a tough shot. That won't go. Towns. Knicks looking to get it down to Towns. And a foul away from the ball.
Paul George on him. You talked about the bigs pressuring Karl Anthony Towns. And so now they put Paul George on him. And he just big boys him. Even though he misses the bunny, but this is the only other defense that Philly can put on Karl Anthony Towns.
Anunoby can't hit the three. McBride tried to tip it. Barlow grabs the rebound. How about these important minutes for Dominic Barlow? Maxey pulls up, jumper, got it.
When you're going full speed, you're Tyrese Maxey. You're doing everything you can defensively to try to stay with him and cut him off. He stops on a dime and separates.
Brunson finds some room. And now Brunson picks up Maxey on the switch. Floats it over to Edgecombe. Grimes on the drive. Good help defense from New York. Edgecombe goes back door. Scoop layup. Can't get it. And Hart, Anunoby drives on Barlow. Gets inside. Layup is good. And Nick Nurse says, let's fans. Edgecombe to George. George off the bounce. Anunoby trying to stay with him. George shot, missed it. Hart, the rebounding numbers for the game very close. Sixers +3. Again, a lot of big guys out for both. Towns gets it. Stripped and stolen by George.
And that's why you put Paul George on him.
Oubre inside comes up.
To pressure Karl Anthony Towns, take away the pass, but also move his feet when he starts to move.
Oubre playing in his 32nd playoff game, so he's been in some big playoff games with Philadelphia. Also played in the postseason with. Ties the game with a couple of free throws. All tied up again. Just over 7 minutes remaining here in game 2. Brunson kicks it out. Anunoby, corner three shot blocked by Barlow. What? His second rejection. Maxey drives, double team, kicks it out in the corner. Oubre hits a three. Kelly Oubre.
But his ability to guard 1 through 5 and be able to switch. He's guarded Brunson on multiple plays.
Barlow giving the Sixers huge minutes. Shot clock at 5. Anunoby, Barlow on him. Anunoby gets in, kicks it out. Hart tries a three-pointer. It's good.
Just nerve. That's all that is. You're talking about a guy that hasn't made one tonight, hasn't shot it well in the postseason, but he's built for this moment.
Hart trying to poke it away from George. George puts it on the floor, gets inside, kicks it out. Edgecombe lines up his three-pointer off the mark as we pass the midway point of the fourth. Brunson the drive. Finds Towns. Thought about a three. Puts it on the floor. The runner, the banker, missed it. Maxey shut off nicely by McBride. He's going to try again. Towns lurking to help. Oubre in rhythm. Not that time. Rebound almost fell.
Towns got away with one there. He drifted a little too far away from Oubre, who had just hit a three.
And Brunson resets. Barlow has done an excellent job defensively off the bench. Brunson drives, pulls up, jump shot. Got it. Jalen Maxey. Oubre left open. Barlow, the spin move inside. Anunoby stops him there, falling away, finds Edgecombe. Edgecombe finds a spot. His three-pointer off the mark. Towns grabs another.
It's like they're playing with fire. Every time two go on the ball with Maxey, right there, Philly didn't capitalize, but they had great opportunities.
Crowd getting on its feet. Brunson against Barlow. Step back off the mark. And a rebound to Oubre. Maxey on the bounce, gets inside. Banker missed it. Barlow keeps it alive. Maxey open, three-pointer. That won't go. Fight for the rebound again. And Mike Brown wants timeout.
And Barlow's done an outstanding job. He's actually settled their defense. They were attacking Drummond so much in that first half that this allows them to still have another big on the floor.
Brunson the fake, falling away, puts it up. That's good. Jalen. It has been a close game, 25 lead changes, most in a playoff game in 13 years. Edgecombe. 4 on the 24. Edgecombe pulls up his three-pointer. Off the mark, Josh Hart. And Brunson quickly calls timeout.
And look, Brunson doing a good job of getting the big. It's the stop.
And then execute on the other end.
Brunson double team, gets to the Hart. Hart lost the ball, gets it back, drives inside, finds Anunoby. George may have gotten a piece of it. Back out Bridges, shot clock at 4. Bridges puts it up, puts it in. Mikal splits the defense. Lost the ball, picked up by Hart. Hart trying to get across the timeline to spin, holding on, gets it to Towns. No, he's tied up. And the Knicks are going to call a timeout.